Welcome boys. In this video we're going to be replacing the window regulator on our 2003 Dodge Dakota. For some reason the tripod has been stolen, and or the wife moved it and didn't tell me where she moved it, and I don't have hours to search through a cluttered house to locate it. So we're going to do this very guerrilla warfare style, and I honestly thought about not recording it at all since I can't set you up to show you what I'm doing. I have to explain, stop, do the thing, and then show you the before and after. So, nothing I can do about it, so I'll just explain it. Door panel removal. Phillips screw behind this plastic tab. Phillips screw here, Phillips screw there. Phillips screw down here, Phillips screw down there. That's 5 total. When you do that and remove them, you'll be able to lift, kind of pull away from you and up. And then you can unplug the 2 electrical connectors for the window and the door lock. My window is being held up in place with 2 2x4s on the other side. So I'll show you, once I pull the panel off, the vapor barrier, I'm going to remove that, and then we'll just take it from there. This is what the back of the door panel looks like. These plastical hook-shaped things are what hold it in. That's why you have to pull it towards you and up to unhook those. The 2 rods for the door were in here. So as you can see, you just pull the rod through this little pinch point, and then you can lift it up through those 2 holes. And then the electrical connectors plugged in right there. The 2 connectors I unplugged. And here were the rods. This plastical vapor barrier needs to come off. It's already loose on mine because last time I pulled it out of the way so I get the 2x4s in there to hold the window up. So I just need to get that plastical stuff off, and then I'm going to take the speaker out of there so I'll have room to stick my arm in so I can use 2 arms to do the stuff I need to do. Speaker's out. These are what held it in. You can either use a Phillips or an 8mm electrical connector that was for that. I unplugged the electrical connector for the power mirror. That way I can get the vapor barrier off. It is now off. So what we have here are the 3 screws that hold the motor in. 1, 2, 3. These 2 you'll need to loosen. This one you'll need to take all the way out. So you see, what you loosen, you can slide the motor up so it can get out of here. The regulator itself is back in here. We have 2 bolts there, 2 bolts there. But the window itself is affixed to it. So I'm going to remove my 2 2x4s. I have to slide the window down. I'll be able to get one of the screws through here. The other one, I'll have to get it into a position where I can fit it through the hole. So it can't be too high or too low. It needs to be just right so I can get it out of there. And then with that done, I'm going to lift the window back up, tape it in place so it stays up, and then I can unplug the electrical connector for the motor itself, and then I will be able to finagle it out of here. So that's the game plan. So I have the window lowered down. It's mostly all the way down to where you have access to this one and then that one. And then once you do that, lift the window back up and tape it in place so you can get the rest of everything out with the window out of the way. I've already unplugged the electrical connector. You just pull this tab up, squeeze, and pull. Alright, I pulled the bolts out that needed to be out and loosened the ones that needed to be loosened. My window's held up by this 2x4 and then some tape in case one or more of those things fails. So since I don't have the tripod, I'm going to see if I can just like put you kind of in the truck maybe and lean you up against something. Maybe you can see what I'm doing here. That'll have to do. It's the best I can do. In fact, I probably should have done that the whole time then, I guess, if you can actually see anything. But I didn't think about it until just now. Motors down, regulators loose. don't actually see any cables broken, so I'm not sure why it stopped working. I almost forgot to show you. So now my original motor still works. I can probably save this motor just in case. There's a way to fix this. I might try to do that. I can also save it just in case. It's cheap on brakes. So it looks like what happened is this came out of here, and it's supposed to look like this, where this white part goes all the way in. There's a spring, a lot of tension on it, and then this black part of the cable is supposed to go in there as well. But I'm honestly not sure what keeps it in. Like, why is this part still in and this one not? Maybe some sort of glue? So what I might do is try to find some sort of very strong adhesive or something, and then like try to clamp it down in there while I find another permanent fix, like maybe drill some holes and put like a zip tie or something through here to, like, I don't know, I'm going to try to do something to keep that in there. And if that's all that the issue is, some strong adhesive that doesn't go bad with heat, since it sits in the door, you know, that might be the fix to this, because that's all that's broken. The motor still works, and the cables are still intact. It's just this thing popped out, which is why there's no tension, why it just falls down. So, alright, that's what actually happened to it. Okay, boys, and due to the overexposure from where the sun is and the no tripod thing, can't see a whole lot here, but I am just finagling the new motor and regulator back the same way that the old one went. You will need to transplant your old bolts / screws from the regulator, the old one, onto the new one. The window motor and regulator does come with new screws for the motor. So now I'm just fishing the motor wire through, and then once you get it lined up and through the holes in the door, you'll be able to tighten down the screws for the regulator and then for the motor. And then the regulator should be all the way down. If it's all the way down, then all you got to do is lower the window into where it needs to be, and then you'll be able to secure the screws that hold the window in place through that little hole in the door, if it's in the right spot. If it's not, you'll have to plug your switch back in and then move it into position. I didn't have that problem, though. This was pretty easy. That's good. That's all tightened. Motor's tightened. The only thing I need to do now is drop the window, and I feel like I can get one of those in through there. Let's take the 2x4 out. Well, no, let's take the tape off first. Yikes. I thought the 2x4 was going to hold it, but I guess I must have bumped it when I was doing stuff earlier. Thank God that didn't break. Now we'll slowly lower it down and not break it. Okay. Perfect. Alright, it's in. Alright, all I need to do is I bought some of the replacement black goo. Essentially a tape, a gooey tape. So I'm just going to run that around the perimeter, put the vapor barrier back up, and bing bang boom, we're done. So I don't think you need to see the rest. Installation's opposite of removal. So you just put it all back together, put your rods back in, plug everything up, and then that's it, she's done. I'm going to assume it works, but if you were less lazy than me, now you would pull your switch off your door panel, plug it in, or walk it over here, plug it in, move the window up and down to make sure it works. But I'm going to assume it does. And it does work now. See, 2x4s are there, windows up. So that did fix it. And then this was that tape I used. I don't know what it's called. Some weird long chemical-y type name. And it's just a long black tacky tape that I put in there in the door around the vapor barrier. So alright, that's it. Truck fixed, successful repair. I didn't think about even power apping you up in the truck until I already started, until after I did it the first time. So I guess I should have done that. You wouldn't get to see some of what I'm doing since I didn't have the tripod. But I'm going to work on see if I can find a fix for this. There's no reason to throw it out if it still works. So alright, I'll attempt to repair that on my off time, and then if and when this replacement one breaks, I'll have a spare for the same side already handy. So hope you enjoy the video, hope this helps. Thanks for watching, boys. Peace.